Teams, gear up for the ultimate showdown. Who will conquer the obstacles?
Riders' anticipation, they are ready to go.
Master the jumps and cross the finish line to claim top spot on the podium in the world's first franchise Supercross racing league.
6 teams and 48 riders stand on the brink of glory today.
Well, hasn't the 450 class been exciting so far? First place, Matt Moss at the moment, 69 points. Our 15-second board, it's gone sideways, and we are off for race 1 of the 450 International.
There's pandemonium everywhere. A couple of riders getting caught up in a bit of a fight. Jordy Tixia is in the mid-pack, not having the best of starts. He's off in P4.
That Camparese out at the head of the pack, and the dust is flying. We've got riders off the side of the track here.
So interesting stuff. Now the big question is, where is Jordy Tixia? Where is he in this whole championship fight?
And Matt Moss is on a charge at the moment. Have a look at the pressure that he's putting on our race leader.
He is here. Matt Moss is chasing Lorenzo Camparese, the race leader. Now, this is Matt Moss's opportunity as they go towards another one of the berms. Moss sends it on the inside, seizes the lead and protects his championship lead with ease.
Well, here we have a look at the replay. Look over the shoulder for Camparese. He sees the passes coming. And Matt Moss, just like that, up the inside. What a fantastic pass. Well, you called it. I just saw it straight out of the back of the camera there. Jordy Tixia straight away slotted up into third place, and he is on a mission.
Tixia has closed up a couple of seconds in one lap. The Frenchman is flying. He's looking for a move on the inside of Jordy Tixia as they go past the double. Is he going to send it? Of course he does. Jordy Tixia for BB Motorsport is in the lead. Matt Moss second. As it stands, Matt Moss would still lead the championship, but Tixia crucially is closing that gap down.
Well, you could see that Matt Moss just clearly moved out of the way there just to let him pass. He did not want to have a bar of what happened at round 2.
And ended up crashing back into himself and losing some crucial points in that all-star race. Here's a look at that move, and very, very smart of Matt Moss actually. Even though he is losing this race and the points, he's looking at the bigger picture, is he not? He has had 3 wins so far this year and 1 P2 as well. The only race in which he did not finish, well, he got 0 points from that, and even then, Jordy Tixia is fighting hard for the championship. When you get a DNF in a championship that's only 6 laps on, it's so hard, but Tixia wins the first moto in Bangalore. Jordy Tixia sets down the marker and says, Matt Moss, you might be the championship leader, but I am coming in fast behind you.
Well, what a statement from the BB Racing rider, Jordy Tixia.
Not interesting to hear from our top 3, Thanarat Benjan, Addison Ruadero and Ben Praset Holgren. Now, our leader is Thanarat Benjan for Big Rock Motorsport very shortly. Go racing. The gates are dropped. Off we go for the 250cc Asia class. It seems to be a great start by Rugwed Barguje and also for Thanarat Benjan. Thanarat Benjan for Big Rock Motorsport gets the whole shot, but Rugwed Barguje, an Indian rider, is in second. I don't see Thanarat Benjan right ahead. He has dropped back down to P3. This is crazy. Thanarat Benjan, our championship leader, who walked into this motor with only a 9-point lead, has dropped back down to P3. And Addison Ruadero sends one on the inside for the lead. He has made a big ball move on Ben Praset Holgren of Mohides Racing. And the BB Racing rider on that red Honda says, I am going to seize the lead and keep it. What this means is that if it stays as it is at the end of the race, Addison Ruadero will be closing that gap down from 9 points to only 4 points between himself and Thanarat Benjan, Rugwed, Shlok, Sarthak and the others as well as the Indian riders. Now for the rest, there's a crash. The leader is down. Addison Ruadero has crashed from the lead. And this is huge for the championship. He was on course to cut the gap from 9 points to 4 points, and our championship leader, Thanarat Benjan, can now smile in happiness as he claims a big, big bonus. And here's what happened with Addison Ruadero. Just overshot one of the hairpins and then into the... oh, that is a big one. That's a big mistake. Addison Ruadero overshot his corner and hit one of the tough blocks. That's a rare mistake to make from someone of his caliber and of his excellence. As he comes across the final couple of corners, Ben Praset Holgren of Mohides Racing will be closing in the gap. He was P3 heading into this race. Now, with the big 20 points, Ben Prasid Holmgren from Moites Racing gets that big win in the 250cc Asia class. Win number 2 for him in the season, and he is back in the title fight.
What a win for Ben Holmgren. He has done what it takes to take maximum points here. Thanarat Panjam back there in second place. Still good for his championship.
And that was the story. And look at this. Retailer fans are actually filling up the house right here in Bangalore. And this is the man himself, Retailer. Now, he will face intense competition from Enzo Polias and also Hugo Manzardo in that blue 965 bike.
Does Retailer have what it takes to get another win under his belt?
The gates are dropped and it seems to be a good start right there from one of the Gujarat Trailblazers bikes. That would happen to be actually Nick Lowry as well. Now he got a greasy start. A bit of chaos everywhere. So it's hard to identify who is who. But it's number 335 of Enzo Polias. And the guy in second place, Hugo Manzardo, definitely wants to get on the inside to raise himself up in the championship table. And now that was a big cutback on the inside. But Hugo Manzardo for the SG Speed Racers has taken up the lead. And he's told Enzo Polias, Enzo, you might be good, but I am faster today. And here's that replay. A big send on the inside by Hugo Manzardo, and we saw that Enzo Polias tried to get a cutback, but he just did not get the momentum, did he? Fighting to do, but it seems like he's dropped down from a timing string. So something interesting has happened with Retailer dropping down a couple of positions. And now here's a look at a replay with the number 921 Uri Stalker making contact, eventually retiring from the race lead. This could mean that his championship domination, his streak of 4 consecutive wins, could come to a screeching halt. This is not good news for him, and as it stands, he will be losing a significant amount of points to Hugo Manzardo. Now, with only 1 lap left to go in this moto, this would finally be the day when Hugo Manzardo says, I win the big one. 1 lap left to go for Hugo Manzardo and the SG Speed Racers, and as it stands, it would be their first win of the season as well. It's Clement Briat, but the focus has to be on this man as he rounds off the final corner. It's going to be a historic first win in the ISRL for SG Speed Racers and Hugo Manzardo. Checkered flag is up in the air and Manzardo wins the big one for the SG Speed Racers and for himself as well. Incredible stuff.
There is so much adrenaline, so much excitement. It's a carnival out here in Bengaluru on the Judgment Day. Look at these guys making stunts and look at this crazy visuals here. Oh my God, this is what we live for. This is what we're here to witness on the final day, and the spectators are absolutely having a great time here.
How do they do it? Seriously, how do they do it? Let's talk about the leaderboard for the 250cc Asia class. And Thanarat Benjan currently has a 9-point advantage ahead of Ben Prasid Holmgren. In terms of the championship, this is going to be a very hard gap to close up. This race is over and underway.
Ben Holmgren, what a jump out of the gate for the number 31. He has taken a fantastic hole shot, so he was on a mission here today.
This is the last race of the entire championship for this particular class, and he's got it all to play for. The order, surprise, surprise, is Ben Prasid Holmgren in P1, Anderson Ruadero in second, and Thanarat Benjan for Big Rock Motorsport, your championship leader currently in P3. Here's the start of the race. A bit of a bad start for Shlok Ghorpade in that KTM for Rise Motorsport, but importantly, it was Ben Prasid Holmgren who got the C8 hold shot and took P1. But I really like what Anderson Ruadero is doing. Anderson Ruadero now sends a move on the inside line on Ben Prasid Holmgren and takes the lead once again. He crashed 20 minutes ago, but now he's up at the top of the order. This is how you function as an athlete. If you fall down, you get back again on your bike and put in the best performance you could possibly put in. Ruadero is a fighter. He's kind of like a punching bag, is he not? Every single time he falls down, pops back up straight away. Because remember, round 1 in Pune, he had a similar crash as well. He's crashed at the start of the first race, Anderson Ruadero, and then that race got red flags with a second. But there's a big crash. Couple of riders down. That would have to be Ikshan Shanbag. That is indeed Ikshan Shanbag, if I'm not... No, that is not Ikshan Shanbag.
This is exciting times for the BB Racing rider.
And now BB Racing will be taking another big win in this 250cc Asia class as well. Anderson Ruadero rounds off the final corner. It's been a long time coming, but Anderson Ruadero is a race winner in the CN Indian Supercross Racing League. But importantly, behind him, we have a champion. Thanara Penjan is your brand new 250cc Asia champion in this class, winning 4 motos on his way and taking Big Rock Motorsport to the top of the table.
Well, take a bow, Thanara Penjan, and also Big Rock Motorsports.
Good gentlemen, to the final round of the CN Indian Supercross Racing League, and this is the decider in the 250cc international class. The gates are dropped. Off we go for the final race in this category, and it seems to be a chaotic start all the way through. It seems that the number 77 of Brendan Sippel has taken the lead for Rise Motorsport, but behind there is action, there is madness, there is pandemonium everywhere. He's already on a mission. He does not want to wait to get the lead even for a couple of laps. He wants it now, and he gets it. Hugo Manzardo for the SG Speed Racers team has moved up into P1.
Now let's have a look at the replay here, Samil. This is the pass for the lead.
And what a smartly executed move that was. Nailed it to perfection by Hugo Manzardo.
Well, what an amazing experience that would have been. As we see, a rider's gone down, number 66, that's Alex Orta out of Spain.
Yep, the young 15-year-old unfortunately going down for Rise Motorsport, having a major crash. Hopefully he is okay, and here's a look at what went down. And he just lost it at the berm rather randomly. Sometimes you can lose control there when you're not quite feeling 100% comfortable with the bike.
But what a way for Hugo Manzardo and, of course, the SG Speed Racers, for them to wrap up the end of the championship here at Bangalore with such a fantastic race win. An awesome job.
Yep, indeed. And for the SG Speed Racers, who you are watching right now, courtesy of Hugo Manzardo on that number 965 bike, it's going to be only the second win of the season. And the riders absolutely having no break whatsoever. This is a big moment for Hugo Manzardo, almost losing it in the final couple of corners in this race. Well, he almost might have crashed out, but it does not matter to him anymore. Manzardo firmly under control. He crosses the final corner, and he's going to be smiling in here. A double win for Hugo Manzardo of for SG Speed Racers. But behind him, we have a champion, a young 20-year-old in Retailer, has done it again. Retailer finishing second for Big Rock Motorsport, but in the championship, the 20-year-old, that's right, a 20-year-old who legally cannot even drink in this country, has beaten riders who are 5, 6, 7, 8 years old older than him, and has gone out there and has smashed it. Retailer is your inaugural 250cc international champion at just 20 in his first season of international racing. That was a tremendous race for the 250cc international class, with Retailer being crowned a champion. And what that does do is put Big Rock Motorsport firmly in P1 as well, as they have 509 points. It's an almost unassailable lead team, but this is the big one, the 450cc international. And in this class, Matt Moss of Australia, the 9-time Aussie Supercross champion, is leading by 9 points ahead of Jordi Tixia. And also, the gates should be down any moment. Off they go for the final 450cc race of the season.
Moss.
And that is a good start by Matt Moss. He is up in a second.
Is that Thomas Ramet that looks to have got the whole shot? But the big battle between Matt Moss and Jordi Tixia, it looks like Moss has come out on top.
That is absolutely correct. Matt Moss is in second place. Jordi Tixia is in third. But importantly, the Seat hold shot belongs to Thomas Ramet. Seen Matt Moss and Jordi Tixia be involved with each other in a big crash as well. As Tixia makes the first move, he sends one on the inside of Matt Moss, and this battle has already begun. And Matt Moss says, I don't want to have any of it. As it stands, even if you go ahead, Jordi, I will still win the championship. He's very good at doing. He's passed so many riders up there, but now he is coming. Tixia puts his nose on the inside line of Thomas Ramet and says, hello Thomas, remember me? This is going to be a fun fight with only 2 minutes left to go. Jordi Tixia will have to put his foot in the door, and so he does. Tixia sends one on the inside and takes the cutback. Jordi Tixia for the BB Racing Honda team is now your leader. Let's say it here. and Tixier maximizing every single piece of it. Here's the move. You could tell that he wanted it so badly. Right from the start of the jump, Tixier had only one thing on his mind. That critical inside line. But he's coming across the final couple of corners. He is going to be relishing this one. He is winning by such a margin. He is Mr. 450cc. Tixier coming across to win his 5th moto of the season. An incredible ride for the Frenchman, winning for the BB Racing Honda. But it is not him who takes the championship in this class. Matt Moss for Big Rock Motorsport about that 102 is going to cross the finish line and be your inaugural 450cc international champion. There he is, Mossy, the champion of the class.
And there he is, a nice little fist pump to the crowd. And of course, he did that for J.O. Archer.
These are the riders on your screen who will be taking part in the All-Stars race that is about to begin in a couple of minutes. And the way this works is that every single team nominates one rider per class to compete in this race. A total of 18 riders instead of the conventional 12 will be racing. And the best part of it all, Lee, we have 450s and 250s all mixed in together at the same track at the same time.
There's pride up for grabs here. As we said, Big Rock Motorsport, a massive points lead. But the drop of the gate, who is going to get him? What a start from Matt Moss up the inside.
The 9-time Australian Supercross champion holds on to the lead in what is going to be a 6-minute plus 1 lap race. But there's a crash in the background. Tyler Bowers for the Gujarat Trailblazers has had a bit of an incident with Geordie Tixier of all people, which means that BB Racing star rider will be caught up somewhere in the midfield, while Big Rock Motorsport have their leader in Matt Moss out in P1. There will be chaos, and there was chaos. But interesting goes, the only thing he hates is losing. And this is exactly what he's proving right now, with a big set on the inside of Matt Moss. Tixier has taken P1 with ease. I get a feeling that Matt Moss let him go, because Big Rock Motorsport don't need to fight that hard to clinch that championship. But BB Racing desperately need to score as many points as they can to finish ahead of Mohites Racing on that overall team's championship. And here's that movement. With Tixier, the commitment level can never be doubted, can it?
He's just on fire tonight. Every single thing that he is touching has turned to gold. Just love these hot conditions and love this hard-packed surface.
You may love him, you may hate him, but you can't ignore him. Geordie Tixier wins the All-Star race. It's a clean sweep. 3 All-Star races in a row for Geordie Tixier. He has taken the big win for BB Racing. But importantly behind him, we have to crown an inaugural champion, an inaugural team's champion, the world's first ever franchise-based Supercross champions. And that has to be the team of Big Rock Motorsport, led by Matt Moss and Cedric Subaros and all the other star riders like Thanarat Benjan and Ray Taylor. Big Rock Motorsport are your inaugural SEAT Indian Supercross Racing League champions.
Asian, their Thai dominance for today. They are the champions for today.
Competed at far higher levels. To be doing this at such a high stage, it takes some talent, and Reed Taylor is that kind of guy.
Exceptionally well. He has won all the races today in his category, but Matt Moss has won that championship. But Geordie has a big smile on his face, and this is a visual to remember for a long time.
Yeah, he's won 3 in a row. All 3 All-Star races won only by this guy. This is the podium ceremony for that race, with Matt Moss finishing 2nd and Thomas Remet 3rd. Geordie Tixier won this All-Star race by 12 seconds.
Smile, winning his category, the 450cc international category, and this was a tough one. It was a tough fight with such huge, intense battles, but Matt Moss, he made it look easy. He did not leave it till the end, and there we go. We get a champion in 450cc international in Matt Moss.
That much. But even then, Big Rock Motorsport seizing the lead and keeping it with such a margin ahead of Mohites Racing, and a word on them as well. One of India's Royal Motorsport families, finishing 2nd ahead of BB Racing.
The first champions of SEAT Indian Supercross Racing League. It is Big Rock Motorsports, and what a moment this is for this team.
What an amazing moment. As you can see, they are so happy, they're so proud. And look at the celebrations going on. This is This is true Indian style. All my friends, when I came back to Australia, they asked me, what was it like? I said, this is true Bollywood style.
Absolutely, fireworks all around, celebrations here, and why not? They are our first champions of the Indian Supercross Racing League. They are the history makers, and this will go down in history, inspire generations to come, because they have set the benchmark, Somil.